Yo, hey, I'm live. I'm live. Again, using StreamYard, which any of you content creators out there wondering, how do I go live on multiple platforms at once? StreamYard has been the move for me. So right now I'm going live on my YouTube channel, my Facebook regular profile, and then the private group that I have on Facebook called Wild Wealthy Witches. And yeah, thank you to everyone tuning in. It is Tarot Tuesday, so my intention of this space right now is to pull some cards and overall drop into this energy of this new cycle that we're in. It's the first day of Taurus season, like the sun is in Taurus right now after moving from Aries. So basically Aries is like the super active, almost chaotic. Like I experienced Aries season as fairly chaotic, whereas Taurus is this grounded earth energy, and it feels almost like Capricorn season again, which was back in December. I'm feeling such a renewed sense of like stability and consistency. And this Tarot Tuesday offering is part of that, because I'm really building a system for my online business to show up in a consistent way online, which I'm endlessly grateful for Christina Gomez's course, Conscious Course Creators, for providing the structure and consistency, for providing an example of structure and consistency that I could then base what I'm doing off of. So today we'll be pulling some cards. If you're tuning in and want a card pulled for you, make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, and then comment and I will pull a card basically. But yeah, my name is Kayla. I am a witchy, intuitive, online business entrepreneur, digital nomad human. I have been traveling since graduating from college. Like I got my degree in psychology, and since then I've really been traveling and building an international community of like-minded individuals, people really building this new earth, like for real. People interested in herbalism, people doing energy work, people like business mavericks, just visionaries, like really highly creative, visionary, magical people. And hey, I'd love a card today. I think I'm subscribed, but I will check. Thank you for your interest. Let me pop over to the YouTube or Facebook stream, I mean. Okay. But yeah, just to say that I have been really building community with magical beings, and I'm about to launch my first signature online offer that I'm calling the Wealthy Witch Academy. Wealth being like an accumulation of really useful resources. It could be material resources, yeah, but it's also like, you know, social capital, who you know, it's mental capital, it's what you know, it's so much more than money. And then witch being just a wise person, you know, it can be associated with wise woman, but I really see it as transcending gender and sex, as like wise, magical person. And then academy, really getting at like a structure or a place we can all come and gather and focus on cultivating our gifts, whether that is intuition or boundaries, how to sabotage ourselves less, how to cultivate more self-love, how to, you know, apply our gifts and our uniqueness in the marketplace to then make more money, just all like this breadth of wealth to come together as like witchy, magical people and really learn about ourselves in a systemic way and do it and have like mutual support for each other. So I will pull a card for the person who wants a card pulled. Thank you for playing. And I have this deck. This deck has been with me on my journey for years now. It was gifted to me at Serpent Mound, so I have such like an affinity and love for this deck. It's like, it's like Egyptian vibes, you know? All right, let me check out Facebook really quick. My group, because like I'm watching it through StreamYard, and the comment of like, hey, I'd love a card today I'm subscribed, but I'll check it. Like, it just says Facebook user, so I'm trying to understand who you are. Okay, Valerie. Okay, cool. Valerie. I'm seeing it now on the Wild Wealthy Witches platform. Okay. And also, to anyone tuning in, I'm curious, like, what has your practice been like with tarot? Like, how has it shown up in your life? Like, for myself, it has really just been a tool of intuition, inspiration, kind of like with lucid dreaming. I actually combine a dreaming practice with the tarot practice and a journaling practice. Every morning I get up and I write in my alchemical journal, like, what was my dream from last night? And then I pull a tarot card to really get my intuition flowing and really, you know, before dropping into what would be like beta wave consciousness, like doing tasks and getting to work, really staying with like alpha wave, this like in between sleep and awake type of space, and looking for symbols and all that. So I'm going to pull a card for Valerie. I believe Valerie is also in Christina's Conscious Course Creators course. And yeah, I love the community and the container that is, and it's such an inspiring example of what I'm trying to build for myself and others in my own unique way. So I'd be shuffling right now. Also, these readings are free. I just ask that you subscribe to the YouTube channel in Energetic Exchange. As of now, I'm 2 subscribers away from 200 subscribers. So I would like to hit, I'd like to hit 200 and all of this. And if you are like extra inspired, I have my Cashapp information here. You can send me some schmeckles as well. So we're going to do our first card of the day, and it is the moon. Okay, let me get the moon. Can you see it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We have the moon, and I mean, like I said, for me, a tarot practice is to inspire my own intuition. It's for me, it's not about taking in what someone else says about the cards, but at the same time, there is like a whole study and a whole practice that is tarot. So the moon is what we would call part of the major arcana. There's the major arcana and the minor arcana. The major arcana, it corresponds to the macrocosm, the cosmos, the universe, the everything kind of out there. Big, big, big. And then the minor arcana corresponds to ourselves as like this microcosm. And of course, as above, so below, as within, so without, they correspond completely. It's just a sense of how the cards are divided and like what the archetypes and symbols are coming through. So essentially, you can see it. The moon. So essentially, there are symbols that I feel are ingrained almost universally, and I want to be in alignment with like what have humans, experienced these symbols as throughout space-time, but at the same time, trust my own intuitive understanding of what's coming up for myself as I'm reading these cards. And essentially, it's like primarily intuition, and then secondarily, I really recommend, if you're wanting to deepen your tarot practice or if you're curious, there's a website called Biddy Tarot, Biddy Tarot, and I really enjoy the information provided on that site. Yes, and then again, thank you for everyone tuning in. Subscribe to the channel if you feel called. But yeah, the moon tarot is part of the major arcana, so thinking like macrocosm, bigger picture. And then what is the moon? It's what's the symbol, what's the archetype of the moon? It's ever changing, it's feminine, it's flowy, it's affecting the tides in the water. It is like a symbol of, intuition, dark side of the moon, shadow work, duality with light side and shadow side. So, right off the bat, I'm just thinking femininity and intuition, which is so in alignment with what like a tarot practice even is for me. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking intuition, femininity, and then what is like the dark side of the moon, the subconscious mind. So it's like it's kind of meta in that we are doing this tarot practice to like spark our intuition and be all flowy and stuff. And then the first card is that which is intuition and subconscious flow and all of that. So anyone that is wanting to deepen their practice with this card as like an inspiration, I invite you to really, really, really sit with your subconscious mind, or stay curious about what makes you feel aware or tuned into your subconscious mind. You know what I mean? Is it a journaling practice? Is it a tarot practice? Is it a lucid dreaming practice? Is it going to have psychotherapy? Like, no judgment. We totally have so much going on in our subconscious mind. You know what I mean? Like the dark side of the moon, like the part of the iceberg hidden beneath the surface of the water. And I'm really inspired by, you know, mental alchemists out there that really get at the nitty gritty of the subconscious mind and pulling out what is in there and integrating it into the conscious mind. You know what I mean? And Carl Jung has a very famous expression that says, until you make the subconscious conscious, it will rule your life and you'll call it fate. You know what I mean? You'll relate to it as like, oh, it's just destiny. Oh, it was just meant to be. And it's actually just what your subconscious mind desires. And I'm also really inspired by Carolyn Elliott's, another just like witchy inspiration, like so inspired by her. She has a book that she just released called Existential Kink. And that whole deal is about how to integrate your subconscious. It's like the shadow work practice, but in a way that is kind of like rapid and as light and fun as I've ever seen shadow work. So I highly recommend peeking into that if you have an interest in shadow work and integrating your subconscious mind and all of that. So yeah, we have the moon here. The essence of it is intuition and subconscious. And also at the top of the card here, I don't know if you can see it, it looks like 81, but it's really 18. So back to symbolism and numerology. In numerology, we would combine the 1 and the 8, which would be a 9. And then 9 is kind of the last number, going 0 to 9, the last number of the cycle. You know what I mean? So it's like completion and everything like that. And it's in correspondence that we're having Tarot Tuesday corresponding numerically to the number 9 as well. The number 9 also corresponding to the planet Mars. So yeah, it's fun, and you can go down the rabbit hole of symbology and everything like that as far as the numbers and the different things on the card. But that is essentially the moon. And right now I believe we are going from new moon or full moon, and it's waning into a new moon. And actually in the new moon of May 11th is when I am like starting the signature online offering, Wealthy Witch Academy. It will have limited spots, but we're essentially going deep into like it's a transformational journey. Step 1 or module 1 is all about like you activating yourself as like this magical being, as like a superhero essentially. So think of like any hero's journey, some mythos where the protagonist is living as like a normal person, and then something happens that like changes their life for the rest of their journey. You know what I mean? It's like a call to action, like a call to adventure. So this is the call to action, the call to adventure from me to you, as like how much more empowered can you get? Like how much can you really own your strengths? So that's essentially module 1, like waking up and activating as like the magical badass superhero that like you've always known you actually were, and have shut that down for whatever reason, whether that is to fit in and not be rejected or any other reason. And yes, you are so very welcome. You are so very welcome, Valerie. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I'd be curious to hear how the moon it will show up for you for like the rest of this day, the rest of this moon cycle, the rest of this zodiac cycle. And yeah, we will keep staying in touch and in resonance. Thank you. Anyone else who would like a card pulled for them, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel and just let me know. But yeah, I was just talking about the new moon that is coming up, as the moon is currently waning, and we will be starting our hero's journey, our magical badass superhero's journey. Part 1 being activating in that sense, and part 2 is really doing some shadow work, looking at the shadow, looking at the subconscious mind, and utilizing different practices to help integrate the shadow into the conscious mind so that it doesn't rule our life and we call it fate, you know? And then part 3 is really going deep into boundaries, whether that's boundaries with other people, boundaries with ourselves, boundaries with our time, how to stay more focused and consistent in like what we say we want to do and what we're trying to do, what we actually do. And part 4 is really like manifestation. Like now that we've looked at our light side, now that we've looked at our dark side, now that we've cultivated a stronger sense of boundaries, let's manifest. Like what do we want? What do we actually desire? How are we relating with our desires? How can we manifest faster? How do we keep on top of what we actually want and how we're getting there or not getting there? And in each one of these modules, it will be a 4-week transformational journey, and each module will have 1 week essentially. We'll hop on a live call and we will be introduced to experiences and exercises and all of that. So there's the actual nitty-gritty of the work of the course, you know, and then there are bonuses such as being part of a private Facebook group and also dropping into one-on-one coaching sessions with me if that's something that you're into as well. But I'm super duper uber excited to launch this offering because it's like part of my own alchemical process as a being, and so much of what I'll be teaching is rooted in what has helped me as I went from living in shame inside of the broom closet to really stepping out into more of the light as like the magical being that I am in my own uniqueness and all of that. And my background is in psychology. I'm fascinated by the human psyche and, you know, people's experiences, especially with this mystical lens, you know. So I'm super excited for that to be a thing. And if you want to be a part of that transformational journey, you can definitely reach out to me. There will be like a discount, as this is the like inaugural class of the Wealthy Witch Academy. So I would like fully take advantage of that. And like I said, there are limited seats. So again, something to take advantage of. And we are blasting off on May 11th on the new moon, because why the heck not? So yeah, let me see if anyone else wants a reading. Yeah, if you want a reading, subscribe to the YouTube channel and drop something in the comments so I know you want a reading on this Tarot Tuesday. So yeah, okay. First we had the moon. Now let me pull another card because I'm just having fun with it at this point. Also, really quick, shout out to Dawn Thompson at Dawn of the New Era. She is super witchy, magical woman, and she used to have this event. I'm not sure if the event is still going on because of COVID, but she had this event called Shakti Shakedown. And when my business, Simply Lucid, was like a baby business and I was like a baby little witch, she let me vend. She let me have a pop-up at her event, and I'll never forget this happening because there was like a stage at the event, and she was like, "Yeah, go set up on the stage." And I was thinking like, I couldn't set up on the stage, like people will see me. you know what I mean? But I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway. And I go up on the stage. I had like this really trippy tablecloth. I had like my tarot cards out. I had some apothecary products that I had made, and I was there offering Reiki healing as well. And I would just be endlessly grateful for the people that have given me opportunities to step out as an entrepreneur, as an intuitive, as a healer. And I am very passionate and interested in paying that forward, and however that might look, you know what I mean? But just, yeah, really encouraging people to not shut down their gifts and not feel alone in what they're going through, you know? Bum, 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 bum. Okay, this is like me shuffling the cards. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. The next card. Oh, the next card is 4 of coins. Let me see if you can see it really well. 4 of coins. So we essentially have this being. Let me go over here. We have this being, like this Egyptian looking being. He's cross-legged and he has 4 coins. So back to symbolism, right? So again, I use tarot as this tool of inspiration and intuition, and I look at it symbolically. So the first symbol that comes up for me is coins, right? And as I said before, in the tarot, there's something called the major arcana and there's something called the minor arcana. The last card that we had, the star, is part of the major arcana archetypes. The card that we have now, 4 of coins, is part of the minor arcana. So like the microcosm that is ourselves. In the minor arcana, there are 4 suits: coins or pentacles, swords, wands or staffs, and then cups. Coins or pentacles are symbolically, archetypically corresponding to the element earth, the physical plane, the material plane. Wands or staffs symbolically is corresponding to solar plexus, action, fire, power, willpower. Cups symbolically corresponding to emotion, water, feeling. And then swords is corresponding to the air, the mind, the intellect. So again, breaking it down, earth, air, fire, water, it's like, it's symbols, it's archetypes, it's found through different cultures, you know? We have the 4 of coins, physical, money, earth type of stuff. So then the next symbol we can decode is the number 4. The 4 is symbolically like a foundation. Like if you're going to build a house, it sits on a 4-ness foundation. It is like kind of masculine. This is the foundation. Like it might take a long time to build, but it's super, super, super important for anything you're going to be building. So we can see the 4 of coins, you know, combining the energy of the 4, which is like safety, stability, structure, consistency, time, focus, 4-ness with coins or money. So this could be saving up for an emergency fund. This is like having a plan for a new business that you're going to start. This could be going back to school. This could be just getting very, very, very serious about your financial health, your financial well-being, your financial future. It could be, you know, starting a retirement plan, saving money, like having a sense of security and control over your finances. So this is essentially like the light side, or like a positive side of looking at this energy, being like, I'm going to save 10% of my income, or I'm going to buy some Bitcoin, you know what I mean? And we can also look at the shadow side of this thing, which is, you know, having a scarcity mindset, having a whole bunch of fear, being like greedy and afraid to spend money, you know, because of whatever has been going on in your journey. But there's no reason to be out here being afraid. And I've actually heard people really critique the abundance mindset type of thing, being like, oh, if someone's in poverty in a third world country, they can't just like think happy thoughts and have all the money that they ever need. And that is by no means like what I'm trying to preach. Like, I understand the people I'm talking to are mostly like myself, coming from rather developed first world westernized countries where we have maybe not had to struggle with poverty in a way that some other beings in other parts of the world have tried to struggle. And, you know, my heart really goes out to that. And I can empathize with how hard it might be to really conceive of growing out of that. And I can only really talk to what I have been through, which is a more privileged, westernized upbringing with an education and all of that. And that being the journey there, I don't think in that being the journey, there's any reason to have any doubt that one can create a solid financial foundation for themselves and really build on top of that the type of life that they want. You know what I mean? And Four of Coins is really an invitation to look at one's financial game plan, financial blueprint, savings plan, retirement plan, and figure out, is this really serving me as a foundation? Is this getting at the foreignness of what I need? Does it feel good for what I need? At the core of this card, Four of Coins, is what's your relationship with money? You know what I mean? What's your relationship with money? And how does it make you feel? And what are you gonna do about it? You know what I mean? And yeah, that's what that card is. And now I'm shuffling the cards again. If you are just tuning in, my name is Kayla, intuitive tarot reader, life coach, witchy woman, podcaster, YouTuber. I'm out here creating content and really onboarding peeps into my signature online offer that will be starting new moon next month, May 11th, the Wealthy Witch Academy, a transformational journey through activating one's magical powers, integrating the shadow, developing stronger boundaries, and then practicing manifestation to create our desired lives as witchy magical humans in the company of like-minded others, so that we are further empowered on this journey. And I'm here for Tarot Tuesday, and I will pull one. I'll pull one more card. If people don't hop on and want a reading, then like, cool. You know, I'm gonna pull one more card. As I'm talking about this, I'm realizing I really enjoy doing tarot readings and like talking about it, and I've not done it in a while. Okay, also we just had something happen in which I was shuffling the cards and a card like hopped out, you know? So when I'm shuffling the cards and a card hops out, I take it as like you want to be seen and heard, you know? So what we have now is the Queen, I'm trying to get it with the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Blur. So we have the Queen of Swords. For anyone who's been playing along, you probably remember that the Queen of Swords is part of the minor arcana, the microcosm, as opposed to the major arcana or macrocosm. Swords corresponds elementally to what? The mind, mental plane, air, you know, swords, like cutting through the air, thought cutting through the air. And then we have the Queen. Archetypically, what is the Queen? You know what I mean? She's more mature and developed than the princess, but she's not as masculine in like a structured role as the king. She's playing out the femme side of that. You know what I mean? So we basically have like a very, very, very mature and evolved, yet rooted in the feminine mental space going on with the Queen of Swords. So this could be like intuitively, I'm just getting, this could be a job promotion. This could be like finals week or going back to school, really an opportunity to level up in the mental plane. You know, this is like the third module of the Wealthy Witch Academy. This is boundaries and communication. This is clear boundaries. This is direct communication. This is someone who knows what they want, knows what they think, know what they have to say to who, and can do that in a way that is non-combative and like not being a dick about it, if you will. You know what I mean? So yeah, this third card, the Queen of Swords, is at the heart of what the third module of the Wealthy Witch Academy will be, which is clear boundaries and direct, open, honest, clear communication. And I'm super excited to be going through that with people, because in my own journey, like boundaries has come up like so boundaries has come up so much in my own journey. And as I'm reaching out to people, like testing, like, what are you going through? What are your struggles? They're like, boundaries. And I'm just like, yes, let us work on some boundary stuff, because on the other side of it, what are we really doing? We are creating more space to say yes to what we actually want in our lives, and to say no to what we don't want in our lives right now. You know what I mean? It like through mastering, or like beginning to master boundaries and communication, it is like such a setup for more joy in one's life. And that's just me speaking from my own experience. You know what I mean? So yeah, we have, what did we have? We had first card, the Moon, major arcana. Second card, Four of Pentacles or coins, minor arcana. Third card, Queen of Swords, again, minor arcana. And when I'm doing readings with people, I do a 3-card spread, you know what I mean? Just like I've done with us all right now. And we look at each card individually, and then we look at the journey of the cards. So what has been the journey of the cards today? It's been, hey, wake up, tune into your intuition. What's really going on beneath the surface? Can you hear that small voice within yourself? What's going on there? What is underneath the stories you might tell yourself, or the habits you might be running unconsciously right now? Like, an invitation to sit with your subconscious. And then following that, really pulling back out to the conscious mind and checking in with, what's your relationship with money and how does it make you feel? And then following that, it's like coming up from like that root up to the throat chakra. How are your boundaries and communication skills right now? Are you being direct and open and honest with yourself and others? Why or why not? So again, I really appreciate everyone who's tuned in to today, Tarot Tuesday. Super grateful for these cards. I have so much I like playing with this as far as symbolism and archetypes, and to really activate our intuition much better. And yeah, being able to really connect with my audience and talk more about the Wealthy Witch Academy that will be coming up. So without further ado, I will be signing off. You can look for me tomorrow, Wednesday at like 11 Central Standard Time, if not before that. Tomorrow is then like Witchy Wednesday. So I'll be talking about probably things such as like coming out of the broom closet and some issues and problems that specifically like witchy beings struggle with, and how we can have some more solutions there. So yeah, again, like thank you to everyone who's tuned in. I've had so much fun. And if the Wealthy Witch Academy resonates with you, or if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to me. Leave a comment in the comment section. If you're on the YouTube channel, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. If you're in the Facebook group, hey, yo, what's up? Feel free to invite other peeps into the group. If you're on my like Facebook main page, again, yo, what's up? Feel free to invite people to the group, and let's see if we can get 200 YouTube subscribers by the end of the day, because that will be cool. Again, this is like a certain love offering. You know, I do this because I love it. If you want to support financially, you can hit the Cashapp here. I also have a Patreon that allows people to more regularly subscribe and help with the content creation and like the teaching and educational work that I am called to do. Couldn't do it without you. Super glad to be here. If you couldn't tune into this live transmission, this will be uploaded on the social media platform, so don't even worry about it. And I hope to connect with you soon.